Alrighty. Let me just make sure everything's good, and then we'll get into what we need to get into. Um, yeah, I mean, I was looking at the market last night, and the market looked good. I was like, okay, yeah, hopefully it gets better as the morning goes on. And I mean, certain things are looking good, but we're starting to maybe see a little bit of a pullback in some things. So we'll have to, take closer looks at that. But yeah, we'll get into that in a couple of seconds. Let's see. Why does this seem? I don't know what's happening here. Seems like it's not working right. Let's see how many people are on X. We got 13 people that are on X. Thank you guys for watching. We have one person that's watching on Rumble, and we have I don't know how many on YouTube because 60 people that are watching on YouTube. Thank you guys for watching. Just give me a second. Kind of cold down here. I'm in a sweater. Let's see how many people are here. We got 71. Hit that like button as soon as you can. It does help out the channel, helps out growth, all that stuff. Um, let's see. Good morning, sir. Good morning, Matt. Everybody hit that like button. Yes, Mr. P, definitely say to everyone, hit that like button. If you're on Twitter, if you're on Rumble, if you're on X, or Twitch or Kick, feel free to hit that like button if you have it. And don't forget to subscribe. Matt, please, are we in meme coin season or altcoin season? I don't think we're in either of those right now. Meme coin season, altcoin season, obviously we would see meme coins that are running. Now, we definitely have we're in an interesting time period because there is a lot of hype behind meme coins, but it's not for them to completely explode. It's the introduction of meme coins to find what's going to be the next, let's say, top 5 or top 10 meme coins to really run within the bull market, because meme coins have their own sector. And I think we're in an interesting time to where a lot are being created, especially on the Solana chain, where you have things like you have Bonk, you have Honk, you have Myra or Myro, you have you have GME that's being created. You have a lot of different plays that are being created, and seeing them at multiple millions of dollars worth of a market cap, and seeing multiple millions of dollars that are going through in volume. And then you have other things that are created on the Ethereum chain, right? You have Grock, where Grock is making a move today, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But you have a bunch of other cryptocurrencies that are being created, and it's more of the creation phase rather than the explosion phase. So I think that's where we stand. And if we look at the entire market, we're still seeing Bitcoin's dominance up at a high point, meaning that we're not in altcoin season yet. So I would say no to both of them. Matthew, can you tell us about Shiba 2.0 that rocketed 13,000x in the last 2 months, and Shiba 3.0 that recently listed? So I didn't know if Shiba 2.0 did that. Currently at a $2.1 million market cap. Why did it go up 13,000x? That 13,000x would be a ridiculous percent. Just trying to get the chart here. said it was Shiba 2.0. Is it Shiba 2.0 or SHIB 2.0? Shiba 2. Yeah, I don't see anything that's skyrocketing that much. I can't see what the market cap was, but it ended up increasing. I don't know what the percentage it ended up increasing to, but I mean, I'm sure it wasn't a 13,000x. But I have no, from what I've seen right now, it's up 1,700%. So if we were talking about X's, that's about 17x, but I don't see anything further than that. And it would be double the price from where it is there, so it's not 13,000x. Anyways, let's give me a second. Let's give you a little bit of an update on exactly what's happening in the crypto market right now and where crypto is overall. I think I might find a time to go golfing today. I hope I could, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, I didn't ask you over there. I didn't ask that lady, the Echo Show or whatever it is, and she's just responding. Nobody said her name, so why is she responding, or why is she saying something? Okay, great. Thank you so much for the clarification. Yeah, no problem. Matt, what's up from Puerto Rico? What's going on? Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I have 55 million Lunic. Do you think that is a nice amount to have? Absolutely. I have 53. So yes. Yeah, CRO is a safe 20 to 40x in my book. I agree. I like CRO. I continue to buy it. I think I still well, it's still adding $10 every single day. Well, technically it's $9, but you know, we're still adding. What's your exit plan for XRP? So I kind of went through that in one of my last videos. I went through sort of what my exit plan will be for XRP, and I also have another video to where I talked about it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Yes, definitely do that. I did talk about it in my last video, or one of my last videos, where I have my exit plan spreadsheet. And I think you guys can all use an exit plan spreadsheet. And if you need one, I have it over on Patreon. You can get it. And there's many different positions down here: Lunix, SHIB, Jasmy, CRO, XRP, Caspa, Grock, ICP, Quant, ETH, and BTC. And there's probably more that we can add to this. But an exit plan is very simple, right? I like to gather my initial investment very quickly or close to that. And that's what I would have at a value of $5. This is more of a longer term play for me. So it's not something that I'm generally looking for majority of my movement in the early stages, because we're going to see this at a value of $5. I'm going to take out 2,000 coins there. And when I take out that 2,000 coins, it'll be $10,000. It'll leave me with 18,000. Now, I'm not sure if I'll have more by that time because I continue to gather more from like Margex and you know, trading over there and all that stuff. So yeah, I have this 2,000 I'm going to take 10,000 from, and then you're going to see me take 2,000 again at $10 and then at $20, and that'll be a total of about $70,000. Still leaving a lot in there. So if it never finds a way to get above $20, which I truly believe it's going to, if it never finds a way to get above that point, I still have, you know, a $330,000 gain overall if I wanted to take all of it. However, I don't plan on doing that with a $70,000 gain over that time period. Now that could take 1 year, it could take 2, it could take 5, right? It could take a while for that to happen. But then you see it go up to a level of 45. You know, that's my exit plan, to have 1,000 and take out $45,000 and 1,000 and 2,000 and 500. And then as it starts to get to some of these higher points, I don't need to take out a lot. I don't need to sit here and go, all right, I need to take a crazy amount. I would say this is probably the point where I can finally take out like $1 million. And, you know, yes, I'll have to pay taxes, but I can take out $1 million from that, taking out about a third of that. Then you see me take out, 250, 250, 250, 100, 100, 100, and then we get to a significant point where it's $1,000 if it does get there, and we see it with I take 1,000, that's going to be 1 million, so I take my first 2 million that's there. Overall, expectation is only 380,000, and my max profit could be 229 million dollars. So it's not something where I'm truly looking. Somebody put out a comment on my video yesterday. Was it yesterday? It might have been the day before that. But they said, if you truly believe it's going to get to $18,000, why not just hold to $18,000, right? Or why would you not look to become a multi-millionaire if you truly believe it's going to get to $18,000? I truly believe that there's an opportunity to get there. It doesn't mean that everything will line up exactly to get to that point. That's what I'm saying, is that I don't believe we will have everything line up exactly the way that we want it to. If it does, fantastic. Then we see some of these levels. If it doesn't, then we have a lot of clarity on, what we can take as profit as time goes on. So it kind of protects yourself. That's the art of investing. You protect yourself from losing everything that you gained, but you want to be able to gain something in return, right? And I think there's going to be ebbs and flows to these markets, especially as you start to see this pick up to crazy levels. But if you look at all these levels, like that's a $250 market cap. Like that's something that we can't look at and go, okay, can this truly get to these multiple trillions of dollars of market cap? And it really doesn't sit well within your brain that a $35 trillion market cap could be a thing, or a $50 trillion market cap could be a thing. I'm not saying it will 100% be a thing. You notice that majority of what I'm taking, I'm taking about 8,500 before it even gets to that level of like $200 or so. And as it gets to, 200, exactly, yeah, 8,500 overall. And that's my plan right now. It may be different as you have more. So make sure you guys have an exit plan, because if you have an exit plan and you have it while it's starting to run, you stick to that exit plan. It feels good when you take profit here, you take profit there, you take profit there. You know what I mean? So yeah, take it all in, honestly, with a grain of salt. But we'll see how it all plays out. I did want to get into the rest of the market, but let me read some comments really quick. We got 129 people here. If you could hit the like button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you're over on Rumble, feel free to hit that like button and subscribe or follow. Do whatever you can in order to support the channel. I would appreciate it. I do want to get up to 1,000 followers. We're currently at 649 followers on Rumble. So if you could follow me, I would appreciate it quite a bit. Also, we have 8 people that are watching over on X. I promise you, I'm sure there's people here waiting for me to talk about Grock and see where Grock is. I promise you we will get into Grock in a couple of minutes, because Grock has been moving a little bit. CRO Jasmine will create life-changing wealth. This coming bull run, I can see CRO at $2, Jasmine going to 60 cents at the highest peak. That's great levels. I always like to hear where people believe that certain positions are going to go. Obviously, I want to see Jasmine further than that, but as it does get to those levels, yes, I will take decent amounts of profit during those time periods. So it would be great to see it up in the range of $1, $1.50, and I think that there's a big chance that we could see that. What's the most cost-effective off-ramp path with big amounts like that? Big amounts like that, I would probably say you want to go, well, I mean, if you go Coinbase, you're going to be paying a decent amount over what you have for Coinbase One. Off-ramp. I would probably say, because if you're going to sell it for USD, right, that's where you probably, I'm trying to think, because it's tough. Because no matter what, you really can't avoid that if you want to get a true off ramp that you can off ramp that much at a time. There's certain ones that cap how much you can withdraw, like crypto.com and also Coinbase with caps it. But I would say the method that I'm taking, the best method that I'm thinking of taking is moving within Coinbase and doing everything within Coinbase. One, because they're going to track it tax wise, and then you know exactly what will come through in your tax form. So it's always great to have that. But you're still going to pay a hefty fee in kind of turning that around. So if you have, let's say, $20,000, $100,000, $1 million, you have to kind of do that math and exactly what you're going to have in a fee overall. But I would say definitely trade it through Coinbase Advance if you are going to swap it for USD, and then withdrawing your USD is not going to cost you anything. But what's going to cost you something is transferring from or swapping from whatever the cryptocurrency is to USD. And majority of my positions that I have, like especially when it comes to XRP, is over on Coinbase. So it's over here already. So what I would do is end up just swapping it out, and it would cost me a decent amount, but it would track everything tax wise. And once we hit a certain point, I don't think I'm buying any more within the bull market. I'm just going to sit on what I have and be able to collect what I gain in returns as time goes on. You have to increase your limits on Coinbase right now. Off ramp for me is Coinbase all the way. Yeah, I agree. Matt, is that swinging device? Wait, I like that swinging device. Where can I buy one? So the swinging device behind me, the swinging sticks, you can get that on Amazon. I actually have it in my Amazon store down below. If you want to check that out. But yeah, if anybody wants to look it up, you can get both of those things. Which one is like a sand, like I don't know, some sort of sand thing that turns into like mountains and stuff, which is pretty cool. I just haven't flipped it over. But they have that, and then we also have the swinging sticks behind me. Thanks for asking, though. It's in my Amazon store, which is down below. Also, if you guys want to start trading on Margex, feel free to trade on Margex. The link to Margex is down below. I have about $723 that's in orders right now, and I want to see how they're performing. I'm noticing that one of the plays that I do have that's a long-term play, which is pretty interesting. One of the plays that I do have on Margex, if you can see this, is sitting at a $42, $41 fee with about $42 worth of a gain. This is a large amount. There's certain positions that you trade that will require a larger fee. And this is not something that, like I bought this January 29th, so it was about 8 days ago. I bought this one January 8th, and this is at $18. This one was literally 8 or 9 days ago, 10 days ago, and we're seeing $40 worth of fees that are going through in the funding fees. So you have consistent fees that happen within it if you are looking to trade long term. If you are trading short term, you have no problem, right? If you're trading within the, an 8-hour window, you have no problem at all. But this has been consistently gaining in the overall fees versus how much I'm gaining overall. So technically right now, I'm break even on it. And I don't want to be invested in this play. I think ADA just has, I've been having, some struggles with ADA, even though it moves quite a bit. I've been struggling because of the fact that the amount that's added is, every 8 hours is pretty massive compared to everything else, right? There's other plays that I invested January 9th, right? And I'm only seeing $9 worth of a fee overall because the reason why there's a fee as you're holding it is because there's leverage trading. So if you're leverage trading for a longer period of time, you're going to have a certain fee that's associated with it. So I'm probably going to take this position and sell this position at whatever gain I can have here, because right now it's at like a break even. It would be at a $40 loss if I was at the funding stage, but yeah, Yeah, it's crazy. It's called funding fees. Yeah, I know. I just couldn't think of the term. I did just say funding though. Perpetual motion. So yes and no. The device behind me is not a. It should be a perpetual motion device, but this is actually the replica version that uses batteries. The real version, which is like 300 or 400 or sometimes $500, is I didn't want to spend that money, so I just bought the replica version that literally those batteries have been in there like the whole entire time. No TP or stop loss set. So why? Um, so for these plays, they were all supposed to be um, a long-term move, right? So something that you see down the line, right? I'm not expecting if I get liquidated on these plays, I get liquidated on these plays because they're supposed to be to test to see if we can do long term. It's more of a test of the market. I like to do that from time to time. And as I see that test of the market, it can show me whether I can gain a massive amount, like hundreds or thousands of percent, by just doing a 5x leverage. It's just this one, again, is at a $42 gain, $40 in funding fees. So honestly, I'm only at a $2 gain after being up 83%. It's not a great position to do that. The funding fees on ADA are insane compared to everything else. Like again, this one, it's BTC. I've had it for a long time, January 12th, and yes, it's at $21. I am up $120 there, or 52%. So I'm not upset at that at all. Like I'm happy with that gain that I do have there. But I'm holding on to that because I see the funding fees are not as bad. This I've only been holding on to for 10 days, and the funding fees have been insane. So I'm going to go ahead and close this position out, and I'm not going to buy any more positions in ADA because two positions in ADA and the funding fees have been insane for that position alone. So I would probably say stay clear of ADA. I thought it was just based on something else, but I don't know why ADA is such a high rate in funding fees. So I'm going to close that market value, and I'll most likely be at a $2 gain there, which is fine. Do you still have your 55 million Terra? I have 53 or 54 million. I gave away 2 million. My copy trading, sorry, go back. My copy trading on Margex is doing pretty good. I'm getting ready to start leverage trading when I get my next check. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it doesn't need to be a lot. It's always about, testing it, because if you're truly leverage trading, maybe for the long term, it may be only a little bit. You might do $10, and then you could possibly grow that by, 1,000% if you find the right level to leverage trade and find the right position. If you're doing it short term, then you want to make sure you know what you're doing short term. Find these levels that kind of confirm that you're going to see this bounce off of a certain level, and also set your stop losses so that if you end up losing a decent amount, you get stopped out and you get to live to fight another day, right? So yeah, that would be amazing. Do you think Jasmine will dump after TVL is announced? Sell the new scenario? Um, I don't know. TVL, time value locked. Is that what you're going with? So I don't think that will be the case. So understand that if we're talking about the lockup, um, then we're gonna see this happen over time. It's not something that's happening, boom. There's just a bunch of. Donated $5 through super chat. Give me a second. GM Matt.
I didn't get to watch your XRP dilution video yet. Is this a problem for XRP long term?
So that's a good question. I'll get into that in a couple of seconds. Um, but yeah, I think the TVL, it's not something that's all going to hit at one time. It's going to be something that happens over time from what I'm understanding. Again, we don't have 100% clarity on everything that's happening within Jasmine Coin and the lockup, but we do understand that it's supposed to happen very, very soon. So I don't think it'll be a sell the news event. I think we will see more buying that's going on, depending on what's happening in the overall market. But again, I don't think it'll be a sell the news event because it hasn't been a buy the rumor event, right? It hasn't been. So we've been seeing it kind of flat at some of these levels. So we would love to see it absolutely skyrocket. Anyway, so for the dilution video, I talked about XRP and why dilution maybe could be a problem. Now, a lot of people believe that this is the case, and we don't know what's going to happen with this other 46% that's standing there. We know that 46% and their 1 billion that they're adding to the market is probably helping out with the case that's going on and has been helping out ever since, right? But I don't think it will be a major problem, but depending on the amount of money that's flowing through it. The volume that's flowing through this is about $1 billion a day. So if we do it by month, we're looking at about 30 billion, 31 billion dollars that's going through it. So it's not necessarily going to have a major effect with the amount of XRP that's being traded in that month. However, it is something that does kind of stall it out and make it instead of skyrocket like it's supposed to, or move in more of a positive direction with the rest of the market. You see, XRP that's kind of flat in most cases. But I don't believe it's a major problem to everything. I would love to see that overall dilution go away, get burned off. But from what I've heard from the CTO, that's not in their plans for the future, right? That's not something that they're like, oh, we're just gonna burn it off. They don't see really the value of doing that. And I understand why. I mean, if you're introducing more to the market, you're getting a certain amount of money, $500 million. This is going to help them with, the litigation and everything that's going on there. I mean, they have the best fight out of any crypto exchange, crypto project. They have the best fight, the best chance because they have so much money in order to put forth to fight this. And that's something that the SEC loves to do is fight until you can't fight anymore, right? They will develop the Rocky mentality where they'll let you punch yourself out, but they will continue and continue and continue to move and continue to dip and continue to dodge and get hit or whatever, but they'll try and punch themselves out, meaning that you spend all of your money so you have no funds, so you're forced to settle. That's not something Ripple is going to do because they do have a lot of money and they have honestly a lot of dilution that could help them out in the end. Now, I would hope that in the end, after the litigation, that they go, okay, we don't need this, and they end up taking the escrow and burning it. Because there could be a scenario where they're like, the SEC is like, well, how about you give us the escrow, we own the escrow, and then we can go from there and we can utilize XRP as a form of currency or whatever. We don't know the situation, but I'm going to tell you that it's still iffy on whether 54 billion or the 46 billion that's left over is going to have a major impact. It will have an impact nonetheless, but I don't know if it'll have a crazy major impact there. Doesn't XRP need those extra coins for the burn rate once it's adopted so it lasts long enough? So XRP has a natural burn rate to it, and it's not for the amount that's in there. It's not the amount that's left on the table. It's the amount that goes through circulation. You'll see a certain amount that does get burned off that's in circulation, not ones that are out of circulation. So I would say no, but I may be mistaken. So they have a natural deflationary aspect to them because they have a max supply and they do have a burn rate. However, if you look at what they've established, it's naturally inflationary because of the fact that they add $1 billion every month. Let's go ahead and look at the entire market. I do want to look at the watch list first because I said that we would look at certain plays. Hopefully you guys can see this in the screen behind me. But if we go into my watch list, these are all positions that I hold. or am maybe interested in or something like that. Certain positions are running more than others. If we look at ones that are running the most, you have Grock that's really leading the way. That's sitting at 33% of a penny. So it has moved quite a bit, and I'm glad to see that back up to 33%. And you're seeing this up 22 or 23%, almost 24% for the day, 7% for the last 7 days. So it's great to see that. Caspa has been moving as well, and I'm glad to see that because I'm at about $1,200 some odd dollars. That's sitting over in Uphold, but 16% up, 28% up for the last 7 days. Cardano has been making a move. Solana's been making a move. Beam has been making a move too. Kronos is up by about 5%. And, these are all the positions that I do hold that are here, right? And other ones that are up a slight bit with the exception of GME that's down about 36%. That has moved quite a bit. I don't actually hold GME yet, but it just seems very interesting with the volume and obviously the concept and all of that stuff. Also, Elmo sitting down about 6% on the day. So anyways, let's get into the rest of the market and see what else is moving overall. Let's see. We're currently at a $1.7 trillion market cap right now. And if we look into this more, we're going to see Bitcoin's dominance that is increasing. Understand that Bitcoin is, controlling everything. We're not in altcoin season yet. We're not in meme coin season yet. It's currently standing at a 51% dominance from Bitcoin. Until we see that decrease, we can't say that we are in altcoin season. Yeah, sorry, I'll get into some questions a little bit later. We can't say that we're in altcoin season right now because of the high percentage of dominance that Bitcoin does have, but you're looking at it up about 4%. I believe it did get to 45,000, but might have resisted. We'll go into Margex to look at that a little bit closer. BNB is up about 4%. That's great to see. Solana is back up above $100. Again, phenomenal. XRP, that's sorry, let me scratch. XRP, that's at a value of 51 cents, up 2% on the day. Cardano up 10%. Let's look at things that are moving the most in the top 100. You have BitTorrent that's up by 33%. DYM, don't know where that has come from, but it's up 21%, 73% over the last 7 days, so it has made a move recently. Understand that the dilution in that is pretty strong because you're seeing about 14% of the overall supply that is introduced. Caspa, that's up 16%, 28% for the last 7 days. Stacks is also up. Celestia is back up close to the $20 price point. You're also seeing Cardano that's up 10%, Ordi that's up about 10%. SEI has made a move as well. It's up 8.8%. Manta 8%. Solana up 6%. Let's see anything notable here. Beam, you have Thor Chain Rune. You have Mina that's up about 4%, 4 or 5%. Kronos again. So yeah, things in the top 100. Let's look at things that are moving or maybe even trending. Let's look at more. So things that are trending, you see DYM that's trending. That's number one right now. You also see Dogenfire. Am I saying that right? Dogenfire, which is the coin symbol is fire. It's up 10,000% over the last day, which is crazy. Over the last 30 days, it's up 4,500%. That's insane to be able to see that movement. Now, I'm not saying this is a great play by any means, but it is a Solana meme coin, or yeah, I guess it's Solana meme coin. That's at a $4 million market cap with $11 million worth of volume. If you look at those last 7 days, it's gone from these low levels. That's what people want, right? You want to be a part of these plays that go from here and grow by 10,000%. Not only 1,000% where you're seeing a 10x, but seeing a 100x, and you had the ability to invest $1,000 into one of those plays and do whatever you wanted to do, and now that $1,000 turned into $100,000. It's crazy. I mean, I always want to look for those, but I want to take the safe route in every single situation. But then again, you're like, if you don't take the safe route and you find something that truly does have, what's the process in finding one of these plays that absolutely skyrockets? Do you go over and look for the newest created meme coin on a certain play and you just invest $1,000? I mean, it would be tough to throw money on a play like that you don't know what it could be, and it has no showing of what it will be, right? It's tough. That casino stuff, pure luck. I mean, it seems like it, but like you can find a process to find those plays because there are people out there that are consistently making money, and it's because they have money. While we treat certain investments maybe like we're like, oh, $1,000 here is a good investment, so you're throwing it on good plays. But then other people may be treating $1,000 because they already have hundreds of thousands of dollars. They're treating $1,000 as if it's our $100, right? And it all depends on how much money you have to start with. Is that's going to tell you how much money you're going to risk at that moment. So it's so tough. I'm not saying that this is a great play because now again it's up 10,000%. I would stay away from it because even though you can have a potential chance to run, you may be exit liquidity for a lot of people, and that's not what you want, right? You want to find the right time to get in. But anyways, Jupiter is still trending. If we look at things that are trending, Jupiter is still trending. You have Monero that's trending, Bitcoin always trending, Caspa, Celestia, understandable. I mean, those are moving quite a bit in the last day and the last 7 days. Ethereum and all of the notable ones that you will see that is trending. But let's look at the recently added. You always got to look at those because, and if maybe you can look at blockchains, because if you look at certain Solana blockchains, maybe that's where you make those moves, right? So, but let's look at what has the most volume here. So DYM is brand new and it's sitting at about a fully diluted of $6.8 billion. Again, in the last 24 hours, it's up by 21%. Fantastic, but 14% dilution does hit me the wrong way. So I would probably say that what you have to do is research a little bit more to see whether that dilution will happen over time, and if it does, then you may be in a better spot. Pandora, that's also seeing about $82 million worth of volume at $214 million market cap. That might be pretty interesting. The overall movement is 75% in the last 24 hours, so I probably wouldn't make that move. I don't know what's happening here, but my screen just went white. It's like trying to search for that position. So I'll hold off because it's really bright. I don't even want to look over there. I'm all about dollar cost averaging. Absolutely. Throwing 1K at 27 billion really won't do much. True. Um, that's very true. $1,000 at 27 billion. It doesn't mean that what you're doing is you're investing for consistency. It's like you investing into the Dow Jones or you investing into the S&P 500. Like you're investing into something that's already well established. So yes, while you're going to have your consistent gains, you're investing for that consistency and not for massive growth. However, if you do see that massive growth, depending on what market you're in, that's great. So I'm investing for consistency within the crypto market that's going to eventually explode. So even those consistent plays are going to see massive returns. However, you're going to have those ones that aren't consistent that may see a ridiculous return for a lot of people. And you may see a guaranteed multiple millions of dollars, if not billions of dollars. So you want to find those plays as well. That's why I'm always looking for crypto gems. It still didn't come back up. I don't know why. But that's why I'm always looking for crypto gems that are outside the top 100 or 200. You really have to see Pepe MMO. They actually built something great. I they're 3 days old. They built this open world casino before they launched. That's amazing. If you have a play that can potentially make moves, I'll probably find a way to check it out at some point. But yeah, we'll have to take a look at it. We got 10 people that are watching over on Rumble. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys want to follow me on Rumble, feel free to do so. The link should be in the description. It should be in the description. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it should be. Yeah. So it's like the fourth thing that's in the description. If you guys want to join Patreon, that's the first thing that's in the description. And also, if you want to trade with Margex, feel free to trade with Margex. The link to that is in the chat. I guess I have to log in because for some reason it just logged me out. Oh, buddy. It's always great. Always great. Like I said, I think I want to play like golf today, but I don't know if I have the time. Because I think it's supposed to be 54 degrees, which honestly isn't warm, but it also isn't super cold. That's not the right two-factor authentication. Make sure we're good. Okay. So, yeah, if you guys want to go ahead and check out Margex, the link to Margex is in the description where you can get a lot of different stuff. I love the charting on Margex. I love the leverage trading that's on Margex. And that's why I'm deciding to partner with them. They are partnered with the channel, so it does benefit the channel in a large way if you sign up with them and check it out and give it a look. Honestly, it's a great platform. They don't offer a crazy amount of cryptocurrencies, but you do have the best charting that I've seen in any platform. I'm not joking. Like, I'm not saying this just because they're a partner. The reason why I partnered with them is because they have some of the best charting that I've seen in any cryptocurrency platform. Even if you go over to TradingView, which you have to like pay for now, apparently it's not automatically implemented in what is that platform? CoinMarketCap. Couldn't think of it. CoinMarketCap. This has a way better platform than, or at least charting from what I understand, than what I've seen out there, whether you're talking about Coinbase or KuCoin or anything, because it's not only just the charts and how you have this updated, but as you go and look at different things, like say if I wanted to go and look at XRP, I can have a different, like I can set up anything that I want and come back and it'll still be there. Depending on what you're looking at, it may take a little bit. So if I'm looking at a certain trend for this position and exactly where this is and how this is, grown, I can keep this here. This isn't the same trend line that we saw with Bitcoin, but I'm able to keep that trend line there and then go back to Bitcoin and still have that trend line and all the different things that are there. Yeah, I'm glad to see that this is picking up, and I want to see this. Hopefully, it doesn't bounce off of this level because that would suck. But then again, it would bring a chance for the 200 EMA to kind of pick up a little bit so that it can kind of bring it back on this line. But I hope that it just completely breaks out of this point. Yeah, that would be amazing if it did, because the point that I'm looking for is parallel to what I see there as a connection point. And I would love to see it break that point. But then I would also like to see it, if we look at it at a full scale view, I would like to see it break this $49,000 to $50,000 level. But anyways, if you guys want to trade with Margex, the link to Margex is in the chat. Really, really good platform. I like what they're doing. Best trading platform instead of Webull or Robinhood. I would say if you're looking for cryptocurrency, I would say if you're talking about trading, I would probably go with like a Coinbase or something. The only thing that I don't like about Margex, and I have mentioned this to them, is the fact that they don't have a swap feature. So you can't swap from one cryptocurrency to other. You basically just fund your main account with, like, say, Solana or whatever, and then you utilize that Solana as a leverage, and then you trade whatever you want to trade, and you'll just gain more Solana as you trade whatever you do. So if I wanted to gain more, let's say I go into my account, I'm like, oh, you know what? I want to gain more Ripple. I would leverage trade my Ripple. I would leverage my Ripple to trade BTC, and then I would just gain more Ripple as I have gains. So if you want to gain something without trading something, if you feel like you can gain a little bit more if something's going to run, this is the epitome of, like, kind of selling one position for another position. Instead of you physically owning that position, you are trading that position, and then once you gain your profits, it goes back to whatever position you want to hold. So if you only want to hold Bitcoin, but you still want to trade every other cryptocurrency that's out there, you can still do that with this by leverage trading at 5x minimum, 100x maximum, and you can do whatever you want. And that's how I've been gaining more XRP. That's how I've been gaining more AVAX and more Bitcoin, is the fact that I will just leverage trade my Bitcoin or leverage trade my XRP or leverage my XRP with other positions and then gain a certain amount in return. So honestly, it's a great platform. I said that I wanted to talk about Grock and see where Grock is and where I expect it to go, because I'm still holding. Let me go in, because I need to log into not Margex. I need to log into MetaMask, and let's do a full view. Let's do a expanded view, and we'll see what I am holding there. So yeah, just to let you guys know, it's not telling me the price of what this is. Just to let you guys know, I still am holding my Grock, right? I'm holding 1 million Grock because I truly do believe in this play, right? Now, this may be not for everybody, or might not be for everybody, because it is a play this is so bright, but it may not be for everybody because this is a play that doesn't necessarily show a ton of history, I would say. And without that history, they don't believe that it's going to get to a certain point. Now, it does have a history up to about 3 cents, and it also has various markets that it's traded on, right? 39 different markets that it's traded on, 39 different pairings that it does have, meaning that this does have the ability to catch fire. And you could see MEXC have $1 million, or Gate.io have $1 million, or whatever. And then you could also see multiple other exchanges that are coming on that you can now trade Grock with. Now, if we look at the history with this, the highest point that this has gotten to is about 3 cents. It's currently sitting at 30%, 30% of a penny. So if it does drop that zero, it's back to 3 cents, which would be a 10x from where we are here today. Now, as we do see that get to that level, up to a 3 cent, or maybe even further, know that I'm going to take a little bit, or take my initial investment plus profit. I'm taking about $12,000 out of it, which will leave me 600,000 Grock for the long term and make me feel amazing about holding this position. I still feel like it has a lot of potential to run, and I will continue to hold it above that point. But the point is that we want to get to our initial investment. We want to get to a point where we can make all of the money back that we did put in, as well as still hold the position. That's what I look for. So Grock will be good. I think Grock will be fantastic, but it really all depends on the things that are done, the places that it lists, and the bull market that we see. But I think Grock will have a major impact in the markets. And you could ask people on Twitter, go ahead and put out a tweet, say, is Grock going to make a move? Is Grock a fantastic play? And you'll get a lot of feedback. Guys, we have 174 people that are here. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Matt, what's your favorite narrative for this upcoming crypto market? I mean, probably narrative. I'm trying to understand what you mean by narrative, but I would probably say that meme coins are going to be worth a lot more than people think. People think that meme coins are just going to fall off the face of the earth, but it's becoming a major sector in the crypto market, worth multiple tens of billions of dollars right now, and probably worth hundreds of billions of dollars, then it will be a very, very popular sector. Right now, you have the gaming sector and, metaverse and all of these, and meme coins are kind of leading the way there because you have tons of meme coins that are created that are worth multiple millions of dollars and some that are worth multiple billions of dollars, right? Or a couple. And there could have been another one that stayed up there, as you saw Bonk, and how that was worth $2 billion worth of a market cap. Like it's crazy to see those get up to those levels, but meme coins will have a very strong space within the market, and I believe that that's the case. Some people don't believe that, but just know that majority of my money is not in meme coins. Majority of my money you'll see is in XRP and Jasmine and Krill, Harvest Finance, Avalanche, Cardano. I have some in Bitcoin. These are not all of these, right? All of these above here are not meme coins. Shiba Inu, yes. But you have Anchor, you have Cosmos, API 3. All of these are more technical plays, are plays because I believe in what the technology could be as well as what the use can be, all of those. But I do have, $1,000 in Shiba Inu. I do have, $100 in Myro. I have $200 in Myro, $100 in Honk. I have $400 or $300 in Bonk. I have $7,000 in Grock. So like you see that meme coins, I do have money in meme coins, but I don't have a crazy amount of money. I'm not overdoing it. I mean, besides Grock, I'm probably overdoing it a little bit, but that's a play that I believe in at a low stage that's going to be worth a hell of a lot more. That's the reason why I'm so heavy on that. If I was so heavy on Shiba Inu, I mean, that's sitting at a $5 billion market cap. Not saying it's not going to grow. It's just what has potential to be a large or a long-lasting meme coin, something that goes from a $10 million market cap to a 300 million or 1 billion or $6.9 billion market cap. That's what I'm looking for. Are you thinking of buying Cockinu? Yes, I was thinking about buying COQ. But I haven't made that move yet. I was thinking about it. It's just I believe it was too high of a market cap for me at that moment. But I want to get into meme coins under every chain, honestly, not just the Ethereum or Solana, but AVAX and Cardano and all of that. What is Cockinu? It's COQ, but it's pronounced Cockinu. But so that's where it gets its like memeability from, and it's pretty funny because you say COQ. Jasmine is my meme play coin. So Jasmine is not a meme play. Sorry. Yeah, no problem. What do I think about celery? I don't like celery. That's not what you're saying. I don't know what celery is. Jupe, though, I've invested in Jupe. I have $100 in that position, and I'm thinking about buying more, but I just haven't gotten around to doing it. Right now is not a great time within this month for me to purchase because I have to see what the revenue ends up being for this month. And right now, revenue is not looking super high for February. As we get into April, it's kind of weird because when you get to April or close to April, build up to April, you understand that tax season is a thing where it's not only about people selling positions at the end of the year in order to kind of realize that loss that they would have so they look better in taxes, but you also have the beginning of the year where people are actually paying those taxes. So if you're making money in these markets, most likely you're paying taxes, right? And for me, everything that I do is all passive income that's ends up being taxable. So whether it's YouTube, whether it's Patreon, whether it's investing, whether it's affiliates, no matter what, all of that is taxed. So the point is that I'm going to be paying taxes, so I have to now build up that tax money or grab that tax money from certain places and end up paying those taxes. So that's where it's like I probably won't be investing much as we go through April because I'm going to be paying taxes, which sucks. I don't pay taxes. Taxes are for poor people. Getting taxes back, maybe not paying taxes, but it's crazy. I hate taxes. I hate taxes only when you're paying them. But when it comes to having fixed roads and all that stuff, love taxes, right? Jasmine is hilarious. It makes zero sense, and people buy it. So I'm in for the pumps. Why does it make zero sense? Good morning from Cali. Does Margex have a protocol to prevent scammers to know who uses it? So users don't get phished or scammed? Does Margex have a protocol to prevent scammers to know who uses it? What do you mean by that? I'm trying to figure out what you mean by does it have a protocol to prevent scammers. This topic is very taxing. Ah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Uh, no KYC on Margex. So yeah, there's okay. So that's what you're talking about. It does have KYC? It doesn't have KYC. No. Um, do I have do I have do I have to pay taxes on my crypto Visa card for what dollars I've used? What do you mean? For what dollars you've used? So if you talking about the money that you bring in, if you bring in enough, then yes, all of that will be reported. You want to report that. I don't know if crypto. I believe they do have tax documents, but I'm not 100% sure. Jasmine is just a lot of work putting together, and it makes it sound impressive, but there is no product at all. I'm trying to understand what you mean and why there is no product at all. You got to understand that cryptocurrency is not about being a product, right? It's about having use for um, other products and other things out there. So if you're going to have a use at being able to spend it or utilize it, then that would be what it's all about. It's not about offering a product at all. Now, when they do offer something like a Jasmy chain, that's something that we all are familiar with, which is a layer two solution to the Ethereum side, where you're going to see lower fees, lower transaction fees, but that's based on a transaction basis, not based on us utilizing Jasmy coin. Let's say I've used $1,000 on my crypto Visa card. If you spend $1,000 on your crypto Visa card and you get 2% or 3% back or whatever, you're getting like $20 or $30 back. Yes, that $20 or $30 that you receive will be taxable, but if you spend $1,000, that's not going to be taxed. I mean, you'll be taxed sales tax, whatever you're spending. So like if you're spending something at a certain place, it may be $1.06. I haven't seen anything that's worth $1 in so many years. But it'll be $1.06, 6%, or whatever the percentage is for sales tax. If you live in Delaware, then you just don't have anything. Speaking of scammers, what do you guys think of the new AI videos of Michael Saylor, Brad Garlinghouse, and the I don't know what that is, that guy. Um, can't believe they don't do anything about them. I haven't seen anything about that. Yeah, I haven't seen anything about that. I really want crypto to explode. Like I want one day we just wake up and I can go live and only go live, don't make any videos, and just stay live for, I don't know, 5 hours, 8 hours in a day. And just depending on how many people we get here for like a live stream, I could stay live all day and then introduce one video throughout the day, or two videos throughout the day, depending. Like I am, like Brian says, I'm ready. Yeah, I'm so ready for crypto to just explode. We've seen so much negativity in crypto, and it's great to see it up to, a $700 billion more than where it was at a $1 trillion market cap, now at a $1.7 trillion market cap. But it took a long time to get here. And we haven't seen that true explosion yet, right? Because if you look at the rest of the market, if you look at Bitcoin, let's go back over to Margex. If you look at Bitcoin and kind of look at it at a 100,000 foot view, you see that we've seen these explosions, but where we are standing, we're not standing like here or here. We're right here. We're in this build-up phase until we get to a certain point where it does, explode. This is where we're at. From here to here, this is what we're doing right now. The same type of movement, the same line. We haven't seen this explosion yet. And while people think, oh man, I moved that. I don't want to move that. I wanted to move this. And while people think that this is the bull market, that we're just seeing this is the start. And then once we see that explosion and we zoom out, this is going to look like just two little humps. It's going to look like these humps down here compared to where we are, because it's going to have a major pickup to it, to where instead of $60,000, we're seeing 120, $200,000 for Bitcoin. And these are going to look like two little humps of a bull market, because this movement is just the starting point. And I can't wait to see that true liftoff that we all know we're going to see within crypto. It's just, when is it going to happen, right? Is it going to happen before the halving? Is it going to happen after the halving? Is it going to happen in 2025? The point is that right now we're seeing bullish momentum, and we've been in the bull market, the start to the bull market, for over a year at this point. And we just didn't see it because during that time, it's like how, people can't really tell that you have like there's greatness out there. Like if you were watching Kobe play basketball, and you couldn't tell that he was going to be as great as he was, as well as LeBron, right? You probably didn't know. I mean, some people did. They were like, this guy is the greatest thing ever on his first year. And actually, when he was in high school, they were like, he's better than MJ and all this other stuff. And now it's the same thing, but it's at a more aggressive scale because he's in year like 20 or something. I don't know what year he's in, but the point is people don't know what they have when it's that time, but they realize after the fact. So during that time, that was the time to pick up absolutely everything. That was the time to pick up BTC. That was the time to pick up Ethereum, while Ethereum was at like $800. I would have loved to have gotten into Ethereum at $800. I got it at $1,000, so it's not too far off, but I had to sell it because, I just didn't have any revenue at that point. So you're seeing kind of the same movement for Ethereum, where Ethereum now was at $800 again, and you now have the chance to get back up to $5,000 as well as $10,000 and $20,000 and so on and so forth. I can't wait for crypto to explode. I really can't wait for it to explode. I keep freezing and lagging. What's going on? I don't know. I don't see anything. It says my connection is excellent, so I don't know what you're seeing, but it may be the case. There's people that are using a lot of internet right now, and it's 8:05 a.m. I'm getting occasional freezing on your videos too. Well, I apologize. Choke James can't hold MJ's water bottle. I mean, I would agree as well. I'm a person that I don't have a popular, well, it's not a popular opinion, but I know we don't want to really talk sports, but I'm a person that honestly thinks that Kobe is better than LeBron. Not physically, because LeBron, like, never being injured and scoring as much as he scored and doing everything that he's done, it's fantastic. Um, but I think Kobe was just all around better. He had a better win percentage. Obviously, MJ had a better win percentage. So I believe Kobe is better than LeBron. It should be not like physically. Like I said, LeBron's just all around just freak athlete. Like I don't understand how you're that good at everything. He can shoot threes, he can take it to the rack, he can do all that stuff. But when it comes to just winning, he has to go to different places. I look at people that haven't gone to different places. I look at MJ, 6 for 6, staying in Chicago pretty much his whole entire career. Kobe staying in Los Angeles and winning 5 rings with the teams that he's building, going through building phases as well. LeBron has never gone through a building phase, and he will never go through a building phase because his career is pretty much almost over until he plays with the Sun. If he plays with the Sun. But the point is, and I think he'll like take the minimum contract just to be able to play with his son on whatever team. He said that his next step, like he wanted to play with Steph Curry, and that would be amazing if you could see LeBron and Steph Curry play together, and then Bronny James also be there. That would be crazy. But the point is that I look at people that stay on the same team that build and go through the rebuilding phases and still have the ability to win 5 championships, like Kobe and Tim Duncan and MJ and all those. I look at those. I'm like, yes, that's the epitome of greatness. Tom Brady staying on the same team. I honestly don't like. I didn't like Tom Brady because of Bill Belichick and the Patriots. No offense to any Patriots fans, but Tom Brady is a great quarterback. He's a fantastic quarterback. Honestly, I think if Drew Brees was in that situation, he also would have won. And I think Drew Brees is an amazing quarterback. He just didn't have the arm strength as he goes down later in his years. But, anyways, we're talking too much sports. Kobe better than Choke James. MJ did baseball also for a minute. Yeah, I mean, he played pretty much everything. He's an all-around athlete. I have found that when the video freezes and lags, I close the app and reconnect, and the problem is fixed. It is not the feed. Yeah, I mean, typically, Rumble is good. You'll also see Twitch that's good. You'll see the feed that goes through Kick that's good. But it's just YouTube has a problem with live streaming. Like it wasn't meant and built for live streaming. They built it into the platform. So it's not 100% yet, but people still live stream. Like I live stream all the time. Remember Bo Jackson? He was a beast. Absolutely. I didn't see him play, but yeah. I've seen some like highlights, him and like Barry Sanders and a lot of other like I love sports. I just don't watch as much. I watch a lot of basketball now. I don't watch a lot of football. But just because I don't know. I don't know why. Like I haven't watched a single like game of football or basketball. I watch all the highlights of everything. MJ and wait, MJ built and owns his own golf course. A lot of athletes are great golfers, but no pros. Um, so technically, I would say Steph Curry is on that level, as well as Tony Romo is both on that level of being like pro level golfers. They both played in PGA Tour events, um, and Steph Curry just recently won. What's up, Harper? Is it Harper or is it Hayden? Give me a second. Hello? Hi. Hi. All right, I'm back. I am back. How are you guys doing? My hands are freezing. Um, Matt, thoughts on ALCX? Crazy previous all-time high of $10 per coin, and currently sitting at 22 euro. Also, a lot of holders of the coin have been holding for a year plus. So yeah, I've seen that play, and I've actually been investing into that play. I currently stand at about $500 worth. I hold 20. I think this has a lot of potential to run to way higher figures, especially as I see, I believe, a lower supply that we've seen in the position. You're looking at a 2.1 million coin supply, and it's sitting at a $50 million market cap. So definitely has a lot of room for growth. I wouldn't say that everybody that's doing that, I don't know how long it's been tradable on Coinbase, but you see 10 days, 10 days of typical hold time. So it's not really crazy long, but the point is that it does have a lot of potential. And I've seen that as it was at a value of like 25. I even saw it at a higher level of like 27 or 28 or something like that. And I'm going to probably consistently invest into this play because I do see it as a good play that's sitting at a low market cap. Same thing with, like Krill and Harvest Finance. I like those plays. I even mentioned this on my Patreon a while ago that this was a good play. And now it's at an even better price than where it was before, but because I'm down $99 on the play, so it has come down since I invested into it, but it's not for right now. It's for so much further, right? With 2 million coins in supply, if it can become what we believe it can become, you could see this push up to a lot further than just a $50 million market cap or even a $100 or $200 million market cap. There's so much room above where this is that's the reason why I decided to invest into it. Hi, Matt from the Philippines. SHIB has still the chance to reach $1 after 3 to 4 years. I mean, it's tricky, right? You need to see a lot of burning that's happening. The issue, or what we thought was going to happen in the beginning when we first started talking about SHIB, was that we were going to see adoption, right, for burning SHIB, not necessarily using SHIB, but burning SHIB, and all the different things that were out there. So you saw that, you had a game, you had multiple games, you had the coffee company, you had the community that was doing so much, as well as what the ecosystem devs could do before they even implemented all these things that they implemented. And we thought as they had this plan in place that we would see burning for SHIB. We would see just massive amounts of burns through all of these different things, all of these different avenues. And we never seen that, right? And not seeing it was kind of the problem, the first problem, because we've gone, 3+ years, trying to make this work without seeing a massive amount of burns. We should be seeing trillions of coins that are burning, but getting to $1, it's going to be very tough to get there because we haven't been able to even see 1 year where we've seen 1 trillion coins that are burned off. We've only seen the max amount was like 60 billion, and now we're closing in on 100 billion that we've burned overall. So it's great to have that much that we have burned, but still, it's like it's only a drop in the bucket. I don't think SHIB will even go back to all-time high. I can't say that. I would definitely think that SHIB can go back to all-time highs. New SEC rules might take out a lot of these big meme coins. I mean, it's tough to say, right? Because you can't take out. This is where people get this confused. People think that the US controls what happens in the crypto market. They don't. They control what happens in the crypto market for the US. So for people that are thinking that, yeah, while that is a large loss in money that can go into it, it doesn't mean that that cryptocurrency will be non-existent and will never be available and all of that. It will still be there. It's just the US. Like, we're so used to saying, hey, the US or we're trading in the stock market, and we're like, if this goes bankrupt, it goes bankrupt. But like, this is not a business. This is a cryptocurrency. A cryptocurrency can never go to absolutely zero. It never, ever. There are coins out there that have been scam coins and started out as scam coins, ended up being scam coins, whatever. And they're still out there and still tradable, and people are still trading them. Like, that's the thing. It's not saying that these are scam coins in any way. It's saying that no one person or one entity or anybody controls whether a cryptocurrency can go to absolutely zero or not. There will always be liquidity in some form or fashion into any play, right? Whether they completely drain the liquidity and people see an opportunity and they buy that position, whether you have lost coins that are out there, there's so many different ways that you will always see this at a certain value no matter what the position is. Just know that. Now for people that are trading in the US, it may be difficult to hold these meme coins, and then you have exchanges that don't trade these meme coins, but you can probably trade them on DEXs and own it however you want to own it. People always find a way around it, but we want the easiest way possible to own it. That's the reason why, because more money flows into it if you have an easy way to buy it. ADA is up 10%. I did see that. Yeah. It's back up to like 53 cents or something. Where's ADA? Yeah, 53 cents. It's up 10.19%. Again, guys, if you want to, let me go back here. What's up in the last hour? Because I want to see what's moving right now. Looks like Beam and DYM are up quite a bit. But remember, if you guys want to, hey, it looks like Terra Classic is back in the top 100. Here we go. Terra Classic is back in the top 100 briefly. That's good to see. But if you guys want to sign up for Margex and start using Margex, feel free to use my link that's down below. And it's also in the chat, where you can start trading with Margex and start leverage trading, which I've been doing for a while. Some of these, I have certain funding fees that are a little bit high, but I do have a decent amount of a gain. But I'm looking for a lot more within it. So yeah, definitely go ahead and check that out. Sorry, I'm getting notifications and stuff on the computer, and I don't even have that app installed. That doesn't make sense. My average for ADA is 35 cents. That's amazing. My average is 40 cents. Can we get an update on your proposal? How is the deposit going? Oh yeah, let me check that out. I don't think I can look it up on here, but let's look it up on the Station Wallet app. Let's see if we're getting any support there. Governance, voting. We'll go to deposit, and we'll look at hidden voting results. Right now it's at 52.6%. We're seeing a couple of one that's 100,000, another one that's 324,000, and another one that's 200,000. So we're at about 52%. We're over the 50% threshold for this proposal. If you don't know what this proposal is, basically I'm proposing for Terra Luna Classic that we have hidden voting results. So at the end of the day, I want to see that we are all voting for what we feel like we should vote and not voting. I would love to kind of take out voting abstain altogether, because I don't think we should have like a half vote in situations like this. I know you want to have people that can plead the fifth, but in this situation, you either vote yes or no. You're a part of the community. You vote yes or no, right? If you feel like it's not going to work, or you have something that may not fit with it, vote no. If you feel like that, and this is the thing, is that people will jump to that because maybe they're like, oh, well, how do we do it? Well, since we don't know how to do it, I'll vote abstain. It's like, well, if you don't think we have the ability to do it, then vote no. If you don't think we have the ability to do it, but there's a potential chance that we could do it, vote yes. The point is however you feel about the proposal, would it make sense if we got that done, right? If you vote yes, then it's yes. If you vote no, then it's no. But it shouldn't be abstain. right? You shouldn't have top validators that are voting that way if you have 20% of the swing. And I'm not saying this like because of the fact that you have, sorry, I was looking at something else that's interesting. It says that ADA is up 11%, but that's not right. I guess depends when the cutoff is for them. But either way, um, if you're voting, on something, it should be a yes or no vote, and that's the way that my proposal is gone. So if you want to check that proposal out, the proposal. Let me go over my let me see if it's on Lunic over here, Terra Station. I don't see it. I don't see it. Yeah, it just does. I don't know what's up with my station wallet, the app. It's just dumb. I mean, it works when I'm sending stuff, but the numbers aren't accurate and you don't have any type of detail to it. Um, Let me go over to Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. I'll keep calling it Twitter. Do we lose our deposit coins? Wait, what? Do we lose our deposits? Our deposit of the coins? No, you should get those deposits back. So it's built on a community. The only way that we lose the deposits is if they vote no with veto. If it ends up going no with veto and doesn't hit the threshold, that's where you see that you're not getting your deposit coins back. So we should continue to push them to vote. And we want to see it go through. Whether it's a yes, no vote or a no vote, whatever people feel, we want to see and encourage votes on it. But I will continue to encourage votes on that. Whether you vote yes or no, obviously I want people to vote yes, but just vote in general. Do you think you may run into issues with having more than one initiative within it? Probably. That's the one thing that I thought about where I was like, this doesn't work without seeing the ability to take away the abstain voting. Like it really doesn't. So I was like, should I keep that in there or should I do that as a separate initiative? But I feel like it's one and the same. I feel like it goes together. That you should see the hidden voting results and then take away abstain altogether so that we can vote yes or no on something and get a lot of things
Ronan
done.
Lyons donated $4.99 through Super Chat. Orca undervalued? Why do you think it was hurt so much from the lower Sol usage and outage than Sol itself?
Orca undervalued. I don't know. I don't know if it is. Why do you think it was hurt so much from the lower Sol usage and outage and Sol itself? Sol has a lot of holders. The issue with I believe Orca is an exchange, like a swap mechanism, a swap system. The reason why it would be hurt is because people are not allowed to use it. If the majority of the volume that's going through there is based on the Sol volume, you're not going to see, like, you're going to see that have a large impact to it because you can't go through it. You can't do anything with it, right? Same thing with Jupiter. But Sol has a lot of holders for the long term. It's more consistent. It's not based on the volume that happens. It's based on the holders. So that's the way that you would look at that and why Sol wouldn't have as much of an impact, but then Orca or Jupiter or whatever would have more of an impact there. Just having a quick look at your X post, I'd say there's a slight opinion in agreement with your proposal. I'll have to take a look at it. I have to go over here into my profile and see what we got. Where is it? There we go. So yeah, if you wanted to check it out for yourself, feel free to go and look it up. It's text proposal 12048, hidden voting results, and we're looking to just hide the voting results as well as take out the abstain voting and not offer that, because I think abstain voting is, honestly, I think it's dumb. I understand when people want to like plead the fifth in certain situations, but when it comes to voting, it's either yes or no. Like, and if it's no with veto, it could be no with veto, because there's certain situations where you're like, we don't want them to get their deposit back. But yeah, that should be the case. But yeah, it's gotten 11,000 views on it, 149 likes on it. But just remember what I said. You're going to see people that agree with it, but you're not going to see many people that do that like it, that comment on it, because most people that comment on things are people that think negatively about a certain situation, right? So you'll see that more often than anybody that's like, yeah, I agree. Because if you go to a restaurant, you expect a positive experience. And if you get a negative one, that's when you write a review. So just understand that. Abstain should say, otherwise there's a risk of validators stop voting if they can't decide. That doesn't make sense. They should always decide yes or no. They should always decide yes or no. If you can't decide yes or no, you should not be a validator. And that should kind of tell you everything. Somebody said, interesting. Seems like a good idea. Technically very hard to implement if you want real autonomy votes like stealth taxes. Removing from L2 application or L1 query endpoints is easy though, but doesn't hinder people from scrapping the vote transactions in order to reconstruct the internal state. I'm trying to figure out what you really mean by that. I just want validations to, or sorry, I just want validation or valuation to vote, or you're saying validators to vote the way that the majority of their community requires them to vote. This is where it needs to tighten up. I agree. Simple prop. I'm for your proposal, Matthew. I should vote yes on this proposal. I mean, you can vote whatever way that you want. I'm not going to tell you which way to vote. I'm not. I put out a proposal. If you vote yes, then you vote yes. I'm not going to tell you which way to vote. I'm not that type of person. I don't want to influence your vote. I want to tell you exactly how I feel about it. And if you feel as though you need to vote yes or no, you vote that way. But I don't want to see people we probably have majority abstain voting here, and it'll show the problem. Maybe it should also help the last second skewing of results. Probably, yeah. Actually, not a bad idea. Okay, good. No. I want to see who votes and discussions can be started and viewpoints exchanged. Also, I want people to be able to redelegate during the voting period, something that happened a lot this current prop. Voting along with others is not always bad, as they can be knowledgeable. So understand that voting with people outside of the discussion, like if you're discussing this outside of voting, you can do that. You don't ever see people go into the voting booths all together and go, you know what, I'm going to cast my vote and I want you there to watch me vote for this person. It's like, no, like you understand you're discussing who you're voting for, right? If you wanted to discuss, and then you go in there and you vote by yourself, right? You don't need any type of outside influence in there with you, right? You need to be voting by yourself. And also the hidden voting results, everything is out there as the results are displayed. So once the final day comes up, the final results will be posted. You'll be able to see who votes which way if you wanted to. But the point is that you will have the hidden overall results. So you'll know whether it reaches quorum, and that's all you'll know. But you won't know who's voting which way. You won't know what percentage is voting which way until the end, where everything is out there. It's like when a company releases their financial statements. You don't know how much money they made until they tell you how much money they made. Right? That's basically what it is. Exactly. It is happening mostly among the validators. I agree. I personally like this idea. I like it, and is something that is needed. I agree. If you remove abstain, validators won't vote. They will leave it up to individual delegators and vote how they want. That's fine with me. It shows that the community is voting a lot more. And also, if validators are not voting, then it's going to deter people from being a part of that. So if I'm sorry, that came out of nowhere. If I'm staking with a validator, I want to see that they're voting. If they're not voting, I'm redelegating. It's simple as that. And if they're voting abstain, you saw what I did to Orion and all nodes. They voted abstain. I was like, no, I'm not doing this. I don't want to see you vote abstain. Yes, I did vote a certain way, so my vote really didn't count in what you picked there, but you shouldn't be abstain voting. You shouldn't be. You shouldn't be, as a validator, as a leader. That's like you working for somebody, and then you're in a meeting, and then you get to a point where they're like, here's your options, and they go, I don't know, I'll hold off, and I'm not going to do that. If everybody in a leadership position was like that, we would get nothing done. Never. Those are the companies that tend to fail the most, is the people that can't really make a decision and look upon others to make that decision for them. So it's interesting. Very good idea. I will also propose that once the vote is cast, there will be no possibility to change it. I can't believe this. This is a real option now. Yeah, to change your vote is ridiculous. Once you vote, you vote. Like, it shouldn't be that where you change it. And I mean, I know StakeBin, I believe, did change their vote. I'm pretty sure within one of the last proposals. But the point is that we shouldn't have that option to begin with, to change your vote. Not too bad, Matthew. Not too bad. I think this is a great prop. Well, thank you. Scammers like it. What do you mean? How much money Lunac DAO paid you to put this proposal? Nobody paid me a single cent. Why do people think that somebody's paying me and that anybody's, in my back pocket? Like, nobody's going to control what I do ever. I have messages going back and forth from, well, I don't know if it's going back and forth, but going to this team. I don't really know. I guess they were for Burns, where I was talking about Burns, and they were telling me, or they told me at one point, they were like, what I needed to post and what I needed to do and how I needed to take something down. I was like, I'm not taking anything down. If you think that I'm going to adhere to what you want to do because of your narrative, you can count me out here. Like, I'm getting out of this group. I'm just here to hear what you guys have to say. I'm not here to take advice from you and you tell me what to do. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna post what I want to post. And if you don't like it, you don't like it. That's fine. I'm not here to please anybody but myself. I love the fact that I have, viewers and subscribers and people that watch me and everything, and I appreciate you guys so much, but I'm not here to invest based on your investments. I'm here to invest based on what I believe is a good investment. And why would I preach that everybody needs to do their own research if I'm just going to, kind of look for others to get investment ideas from? Yeah, when they said that, they were like, you might want to take that post down. I was like, you can shut all the way up. Like, I don't know who you think you are. You can tell me that I can't post something. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Now, if it's wrong, then yes. But if it pushes a different narrative that you don't want to see, then oh well, tough toenails, right? As they would say. It's a family channel, so I don't want to. I know some people like listen to this out loud as they're doing certain things. So I want to make sure that I'm not saying any type of words because I could say some bad words. I don't want to say bad words. I want to say keep it. Um, uh, I don't know. Family. What's the rating? I'm trying to think. There's PG-13, parental guidance, family fun, family entertainment. I don't know what it is. Something like that. Take it easy, bro. Parental guidance. Yeah, PG. Something like that. Keep it PG. I feel like PG still has PG nowadays is kind of iffy. I was watching the movie is it Leo? I think it was Leo where they bleep out like they bleep things out. I think it was that. Or no, it was DC League of Super Pets or whatever. And they bleeped out things that the like Flash Turtle was saying because he was saying like I can't see anything but a worse way to say that. And yeah, it's pretty funny. I laughed a bunch of times. The kids didn't know. Well, maybe Harper did, but Hayden didn't know what they were saying.
Beige Nika 75 donated $10 through Super Chat. Hey Matthew, you should put Arc Block, apt, on your radar. I think you'd love it.
Really? I'll have to take a look at it. But anyways, it's good to see that people are voting this way. I'm gonna have to look at that. I'll take a look at it like right now, just to. Is it something that's a um, high market cap position? Currently sitting at an $88 million market cap, so not ridiculously high. It's at a 381 by market cap, $8.6 million worth of volume. Or yeah, $8.6 million worth of volume. You're also seeing a circulating supply where about half of it is out there, so you still have about half dilution that could factor into this play. If we look at the last year, this has moved quite a bit from a value of 9 cents. I mean, that sucks. The reason why is because it's not going to be on my radar because it's up by 500%. Something that's up by 500%, I can't, like, I don't want to sit here and get into, even though it still has a lot of potential to run. If you look at where the market cap was, it was at a $10 million market cap, and now it's at an $88 million market cap. I mean, that's huge. It even got up to a point where it was at $120 million worth of a market cap. So you are seeing a little bit of pullback as of late.
Brian Hertzig donated $4.99 through Super Chat. Matt, you are the first knight and the LUNC round table.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Hopefully I'll like a true round table discussion, and I'm one of those founding fathers of the Lunic community, because I can definitely say I was one of the only people. I'm not saying the only person, but one of the only people that saw this at the low price that it was, or at the drop that it was having, and saw an opportunity. I said the same thing with FTX, that there could be an opportunity with that, and how it was dropping. It dropped so much, and once you see the bottom, you might see something that comes out of nowhere. And being a part of this with maybe like $100, you might end up seeing a 5x or 10x return from those levels. And what happened? They put out news saying that FTX might end up coming back. Well, now FTX might not. They said that they're not looking to relaunch anything, which kind of took away all momentum. But either way, like, you saw the movement and how much you can gain with that. Same thing with Terra Classic. Like, I hope that when this does absolutely blow up and there are multi-millionaires that are created from that play, that I'm part of that roundtable discussion and exactly what I saw within Lunic in the beginning stages. Because I can honestly say, if I'm in a group of even a million Terra Luna Classic investors, I can probably say that I invested the least amount, as well as it made the most amount for percentage wise compared to everybody that's there. I know that I invested at literally the lowest price you could possibly invest at. So it feels good to say that, meaning that I truly bought the dip. I truly bought this low point, and now I'm holding this position for the long term. So I can't wait. Once we do have things that are fully implemented, I hope that we have ways to burn a lot more. We have proposals that come out that help out the Terra Luna Classic community in such a big way. Right now I'm 1 for 1 on proposals. I listed one proposal, I passed one proposal, and now I'm listing my second proposal. Hopefully I'm 2 for 2. That one cleared things up. Thank you for the super chat though, Brian, and also thank you for the super chat. Is it Nika? Nika? Thank you for the super chat. One said there should be a meme coin and tough toenails. Yeah, I'm a real potty mouth to be honest. I mean, I try not to. On the golf course, I am. I can't help it. But then when I have my camera there, I can't do that. Matter of fact, let me charge this. I don't know where to charge it. I don't know where to charge this. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, man. I need to charge something else. Give me a second. You know what I hate? I hate when things are made with a micro USB. It's like nobody has micro USB anymore. I don't even know if I even have that cord. Why would they do that? I don't know where. Micro USB. Have one? Who the hell has a micro USB? This is not a micro. No, you know what? I need to charge my golf watch too. It reminded me. Yeah, I don't have any micro USB. It's a problem. Micro USB is trash. I agree. Like Type C is where it's at. I don't understand. I don't understand why they would think that's an option. Like everything I have is Type C. This is Type C. I think all my micro USBs are upstairs. Here's a small one. How's that going to help me? Come on. I bought a brand new mouse and keyboard yesterday. Both take micro USB. I'm like, what the? Yeah, I would be pissed. So it's a mouse and keyboard that's chargeable. That's great because my keyboard has batteries. My mouse is chargeable. I have the what is this? The Master XL mouse, which is really good. Honestly, I'm a fan of it. I love it. I actually have two of them. One that I lost the USB like component to that connects to the computer, but it charges with micro USBs, or not micro USB, with Type C, so it's fast charging and everything. I've been seeing a lot of new stuff with micro USB. Yeah, it's dumb. Why would you even have that? Everything is Type C now. It's like they're trying to, um, I don't know, make you buy product that they have. I don't know. Um, Anyways, here's where the market is, guys. The market stands at a good spot, 1.7 trillion dollar market cap. Uh, I like this is the thing is I don't know if I'm making any more like investments into the market. I know like I keep saying, "Oh, I'm not going to buy any," but as I get more gains that come from Margex, I tend to take those gains and I throw them into Coinbase. So you'll see that I'll have a reserve of BTC. Not necessarily saying that I'm holding BTC forever, but I have this reserve in BTC because I believe it's one of the most consistent players that are in the game that you believe is going to be worth a hell of a lot no matter what. Everything else in the market can fail, but BTC, will be there and will always be there. So I don't feel like buying anything else. I don't think I will. But then as I see opportunities, I'm like, why not? Right? Um, so the only thing right now that I'm buying a lot of like dividend plays in the stock market. I'm buying AMC. I'm spending money on that. And then I'm also spending $10 a day on CRO. And then any money that I gain from Margex in the form of gains from leverage trading, as well as like referrals or something like that, will be um, will be put into whatever position I end up receiving. So it could be Bitcoin or whatever, but I'm using Bitcoin in order to make more. So I'm technically taking anything that I have as a gain and throwing it back on Coinbase. Like right now, I think I have like $300 sitting in Margex for Bitcoin that I have to send over to Coinbase. So I'm gonna have an extra $300 on top of it. I'm almost at $2,000 worth of Bitcoin. And hopefully I can get to way further than that before it ends up blowing up. I would love to get to about $45,000 worth of Bitcoin. That would be amazing because then that would be one Bitcoin. A Type C is because of EU. They outlawed all other ports. That's why Apple changed. Yeah, so Apple needed to change because nobody wanted their specialized things. Apple, like the problem that I have with Apple, it's not their product or anything like that. A lot of people are always talking about how Samsung has this and Apple has that and all. It's not their product. To each their own, right? The problem that I have with them is they try to keep everybody under their own umbrella without expanding out. Like I have a huge problem with that because they're trying to, and honestly, like kids I hear in school are getting bullied and stuff if they don't have a an iPhone or anything like that, and it's dumb. It's the dumbest thing ever because other phones can offer you a lot as well. It can offer you more sometimes. Craig, if I could, I would start an OnlyFans for Bitcoin. What? I can't want a million. Wait, I can't want a million in CRO and then I stake it and retire. So you're saying you want a million in CRO and then you'll stake it and retire. Yeah, I would love to be able to gain a lot more in CRO. I have like 92,000 that's sitting over in like the crypto.com platforms. And then I also have like 1,000 some odd CRO that's sitting over here. It's like 1,600 that's sitting over here in Coinbase. And I'm going to keep gathering more as time goes on. I'll gather more and more CRO and never stop buying it. No matter how high the price is, I'm going to keep buying $10 worth. So should be good. Matt, how much CRO do you hold? Oh, I just said that. I answered it without even seeing the question. It has a real positive click and holds in place better than the Type C. What are you talking about? Apple charger port was great though. Ah, see, right now it's all about wireless charging anyways. I mean, I like the Type C because it's um, you know, faster. It's faster charger. I have a Samsung, which I'm actually probably going to go with um, the Samsung S24 Ultra at some point. But right now I have the the Flip, so the one that folds. And I like it. I love it actually. I love the fact that it folds and I love the satisfaction of opening up and then closing the phone and the sound that it makes because it's like just satisfying, you know? Um, but yeah, I know what you're saying. I if I was used to putting in that charger or whatever, then yeah. My wife just uses wireless charging for everything, like her watch, her headphones, the phone. I got her one of those like pads that's all together, so then she just charges it all together. She just places it on there. Um, I don't think mine would work like that because I have a magnet right in between so that it sticks to this thing. Like it's kind of like this magnet. So I have a magnet right here that like sticks to it, and then it like sticks to a car magnet or whatever this is, and for the desk here, and then also for the car. So it keeps it super stable. Even though I have a navigation on the dash, I still use it when I want to, select songs for the kids or something like that. All right, guys, it's 9 o'clock. I pretty much have to get out of here. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, follow me on Patreon. Those links are in the description. Don't forget about Margex. If you guys want to start trading on Margex, honestly, it is a very, very good platform that I love trading with, especially in bull markets. If you see it at a low point or you see it at a high point or whatever, you can play either or. You can short the market, you can buy it. You can buy at a 5x leverage, you can buy at 100x leverage. And if you want a breakdown of everything, I have the Patreon where I pretty much break down everything there is to know about leverage trading. But I appreciate all of you guys for being here, whether you're on X, whether you're on Rumble, or whether you're on YouTube or Twitch or Kick. I appreciate you guys so much for even being here and giving me the time of day to talk to you guys. But I'm going to get out of here and I'll catch you guys in the next one.